Chapter 17. I was afraid to look, but I had to. I twisted my head around. A boy! A boy sat beside me in the darkness. Not Lucas. David. Blond David in a white t-shirt. It was easy to see his pale hair and pale shirt in the faint moonlight. I started to breathe again. What a relief. It was only David. Hi, he whispered. He shifted and the branch shook. Shh, I hissed. Careful, you're making too much noise. I was glad to have him there, though. Maybe I was wrong to try to hide alone, I thought. It's too scary. It felt better to have company. Don't worry, Randy, David said. Pete won't get you as long as you're here with me. I smiled. David's nice, I thought. He's really the best person who could have turned up. He spied on Lucas with me. He understands how scary it is. I'm glad you're here, David, I whispered. We'll be safe now. He nodded. Everything's going to be fine. We sat in silence for a long time, waiting. Maybe we can make a break for it soon, I murmured. We can run for home base together. Soon, David answered. Not yet. The woods were completely silent. I felt good. It was almost over. Then I noticed a funny smell, the faint odor of garbage. I sniffed. Or maybe rotten vegetables? Where was it coming from? The smell grew stronger. Do you smell something? I asked. It's gross. David shook his head. I don't smell anything. Funny, I said. The odor grew worse by the second. I began to feel a little sick to my stomach. It's as if we're hiding in a garbage truck, I said. Worse even. David shrugged. And then I realized the smell came from David. David smelled funny. David smelled horrible. At first I felt embarrassed. I shouldn't have said anything, I thought. Maybe I forgot to take a bath or something. But the smell kept getting stronger. Worse than someone who never takes a bath. Worse than 50 garbage trucks. I choked. I wanted to hold my nose, but that would have been rude. I studied David more closely. His white shirt had a stain on it, a dark stain the size of a quarter, right on his chest. I didn't think much of it, but when I looked at him again, the stain had grown. Now it was as big as a CD. He smelled bad and his shirt was stained. I never knew David was such a slob. I pointed to the stain. What happened? I asked. Did you spill something? In a way, he answered. Strange. Now his voice sounded funny too. Not quite right. Not like David's usual voice. A bit higher. Without thinking, I slid away from him a little. This game's stupid, David said. His voice changed more. Pete's not so bad. I don't know why everybody tries so hard to get away. The voice had completely transformed now. Not David's voice at all. I sat frozen in the tree, staring at him. The stain spread across his shirt, slowly growing bigger. What is everybody so afraid of? The boy beside me demanded. Pete always gives the bodies back. I give them back as good as new. Alarm shrieked in my head. I. He said, I. The boy smiled at me. He didn't look like David anymore. His teeth were crooked, rotten, and black. His breath blasted me in the face, hot and stinking. And the stain on his shirt began to drip. Drip, drip. A drop fell into my hand. I held my hand up to my eyes and stared at the drop. Dark red. Warm. Blood. He was Pete!